guess these days, what kind of cameo requests are you mostly getting? Are you getting birthdays? Are you getting Lord of the Rings, just fans wanting to know more?
I think you get a little of everything, you know. I
Hmm.
think there seems to be a lot of weddings just now, which is lovely, and
Yeah.
I think sometimes people like a little bit of that vibe of Middle Earth in their wedding, which
Hmm.
I think works really beautifully. You know, I've
Totally.
seen some photos and videos that people have shown me, and that sort of world and the music, it just seems to work really well in the sort of romanticism of a wedding. So quite a few weddings I like that. Birthdays, of course. Just whatever people need, you know.
Have you ever gotten a proposal, someone that wanted you to propose to someone? Has that been a request yet?
Yeah, yeah, and I draw the line at proposing for someone, but
Yeah.
I do like to help the day progress. So if I'm part of it, I absolutely love that. But
Hmm.
I'll draw the line at actually getting down on one knee for people.
Yeah. How did you originally get your start on Cameo for the people that don't know?
Well, that was Martin. Martin
Mhm.
Blanco is a really lovely, genuine man who had already got the other hobbits involved
Mm.
in Cameo. And he said, "You've got to get on." And I didn't quite understand what it was, you know. So I was kind of late in getting on to Cameo, but we went out and had some lunch and spoke about it, and I kind of thought I liked the idea, you know, um, of someone who actually likes a movie or likes something, and it's almost an immediate thing. He showed me some reaction videos, and I really liked it, and I thought, yeah, I'm going to try that, and it's been really lovely. Yeah.
We're
And
so
now I
happy
know
to have
Martin
you.
quite well, which is good.
Yes, definitely. And how have fans ever come up to you in public and been like, "Oh my God, I got a cameo from you. It meant so much."
Yeah, yeah. And as the years go on, it's a sort of it's a strange thing. It's now part of society, I suppose. It's part of pop culture, and
Mhm.
people say, you did my 18th birthday 2 years ago, and you go, wow, I didn't think I've even been doing cameos for 2 years. It's funny how it's sort of, time gets distilled in different parts of your life, and um, it's really lovely, and it's always a positive thing, that
Yeah,
people
it's
have a lovely memory of something happened. Maybe their friends have organised a big party and they have three videos from different fandoms or different things that they love, and it's a lovely memory to have that.
yeah, it's so awesome for fans to be able to have that video to watch again and share with
Mm.
their friends and family and whatnot. Would you say out of all the fans you've met over the years, have you had a craziest fan interaction or most memorable in-person fan interaction?
Crazy. Do you know something really lovely happened? Something really not lovely happened. Someone broke in to a storage place I had and stole a lot of my guitars.
Oh my God.
And this lovely person must have heard about this, read about it, and she was a guitar maker, and she made me a personal Telecaster uh, for me, and it is a beautiful guitar, and I play it now. And I think when she came with it, I thought she wanted me to sign it. It was such a beautiful thing, and I said, "Oh, do you want me to sign it?" And she said, "No, I know that you had guitar stolen, and I want to give you this." And uh,
Wow.
yeah, that was a really lovely thing because
That is a crazy story.
every time I pass the guitar, I think about it. It's
Yeah,
such
that's
a
awesome. That's
yeah, it's such
a
a lovely thing.
bad story turned good, I guess.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, and out of all the characters in Lord of the Rings, because there's so many good, memorable ones, of course, Pippin is one of my favorites.
good.
Besides Pippin, of course, what character from Lord of the Rings would you say would make the best cameos?
Best cameos. Uh, well, I think Gimli would be good. I think that would be quite. You'd never know what you would get with Gimli, but I think there would be a lot of shouting and a lot of drinking, and he'd probably end up meeting with you down the pub or something. So I think that would be a good one. And
That would be.
but if you were looking for life advice, I suppose I'd go for Gandalf.
Mm.
Yeah,
I wish I could get a cameo from Gandalf.
yeah, so do I. Well, I've got a
um,
Gandalf beard at the moment, so maybe that's halfway there.
yeah, maybe you could start doing cameos as Gandalf.
Yeah, maybe.
And obviously you landed the part as Pippin. How did you get that part? What was that process like?
It was actually a lot simpler than a lot of audition processes. I think Peter Jackson is, he's an amazing, he's a genius of film, and I think one of the great things he does is he can make decisions very quickly and know that how he wants it to be. He doesn't second guess himself.
Mm.
So I auditioned for a casting director in London, and then that tape was sent off to Pete, and Pete and Fran Walsh and Philippa Boyens all narrowed all the parts down to maybe 5 or 10 people in the world, and they travelled the world and met them all. And then within a week after meeting Pete, I got the call that I'd got the part. So it was actually a lot simpler than a lot of films I've been up for.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
And yeah, Lord of the Rings was probably such a huge chunk of your life and will
yeah.
forever be. What would you say is some of your favorite memories or behind the scenes from filming all of the movies? Is there one that sticks out
I mean, there's
particularly?
so many different things. We took up surfing, so we'd go
Oh,
for
really?
weekend surf trips. That was a big thing, and all those big days. When they had the New Zealand Army being orcs. 500 extras. That was
Mhm.
amazing. I think the thing that sticks most is that 25 years on. It's 25 years next year since the first film, and it's that we're all still friends. That we all still go out for dinners. We meet up. Me and Dom are doing a TV show, Billy and Dom Eat the World.
Mhm.
Watch that if you're not. Um, we're still. It's kind of unbelievable that this group of people are still close after all that time. I think that's
Yeah,
the most special thing.
that's amazing. And I see there's so many Lord of the Rings fans in the live right now. I was wondering if it'd be okay if we answer maybe one or two of their questions.
Sure.
If anyone in the chat has some questions, burning questions they want to ask for Billy, feel free to put them in the chat and we can ask. What's your favorite animal?
Oh, good one. I actually, before I say mine, very sadly, Jane Goodall passed a couple of weeks ago. Who's obviously very famous for a lifetime of looking after chimpanzees, and spent her whole life protecting and looking after chimpanzees. And she was asked what her favorite animal was, expecting obviously chimpanzee, but she said dogs, and
Mm.
that's my favorite as well. I love
Yeah,
dogs.
I love
They're
dogs
just
too.
there's whatever's happened in nature that created dogs is just the most wonderful thing. I could watch them all day.
They're the
I go
best.
to a dog park here, and it's my favourite place in the world to go.
Hmm.
I just sit there and watch dogs being dogs. It's brilliant.
I love that. And there was one more question in here that I thought would be interesting. Someone asked, what proper props did you keep from the films, if any?
Oh, we were very lucky actually that the production, Pete Jackson, gave everyone some gifts after their last scene. They had a
Mhm.
party, and my last scene was with Ian McKellen. So we shared the party that night, and they showed um, a reel of mistakes that you'd made and nice parts, and at the end they gave you a gift. And I got my sword from Gondor.
Mhm.
I got the back of my chair that said Pippin. The chair you sit in. I got that, and I got the final clapper board of the final scene with it written on it.
That's some good stuff.
Yeah. And I took Pippin's scarf because I grew very attached to his scarf, so I've got that as well.